I don't usually see people individually, but when I saw this tape,
We had talked about in a previous video that about menopause and me turning 51 and some of the do's and don'ts and stuff that these doctors, nurses, and all this other stuff can write books about how you're supposed to age gracefully and this and that. And I told y'all before that we was going to talk about and unpack things that I found out about this menopause and turning 51 and aging gracefully and all this other shit. But nevertheless, this is what this video is about. So buckle up, Buckies, because this is going to be a long ride today. Because
Best part of waking up is not giving a
the
fuck.
clip I just showed y'all actually explains a lot that's going on with me. A lot. That explains that, like, when I said in the previous video, like, I really didn't give a damn how people felt or how people's perception of me or how people thought about me. I never gave a damn about that, and it still hasn't changed. Even though I know I'm new to all this menopause and aging and 51 and all this other stuff, it still rings true. When you get my age, it's certain things that you don't have to put a label on. You don't have to put a label on, oh, I'm this, that, and age, and that makes me grown. You could be 12 and still be having a better mentality than some of these grown ass women out here. And it's not about that. It's your maturity. It's how you handle stuff. See, once I started aging, shit changed for me automatically. I started like thinking like, oh, okay, well, am I going to argue with this person? No. But am I going to get your behind together? Yes, I am. Am I getting ready to debate about whether you like me or not? Let me think about that. No, I'm not. Why? Because I'm grown. Being grown and saying that you're grown is two different things. You people that always gotta announce that, oh, I'm grown, I'm this age, I'm that age, it's not grown. You're not. And when you get my age, you're supposed to look at stuff like, do I want to indulge in that kind of mess? And then that second mind of yours thinks like, no, no, I'm not. And I'm not going to change that because I honestly like that about me. I like the fact that I can cut a person off and never look back. Because I do that, that makes me different. That makes me more settled with what I have in store for me. Now, keep in mind, it's a lot of things that I have been looking at on YouTube and all this other extra stuff, and you know what I'm saying, doing my own research on the changes and the way that my body is changing because I am getting older. Now, granted, my weight I'm handling on my own. You know, I have my good days and my bad days, but yet it's still, my husband has never asked me for no fat. My husband has asked for a lot of stuff, but my husband has never asked for no fat. So, yet again, there again, my mentality is still the same. I don't feel like I have to explain anything to anybody anymore. I don't think that I have to go through any changes with nobody. It is what it is with me. It is what it is with me. If you ever get on my nerve, which people have chosen recently to get on my nerve, and we're going to talk about that in another story. But people have been getting on my nerve lately. And so I know that I'm maturing because I'm able to walk away, not with dating police, but just walk away gracefully. So we're going to go ahead and unpack some more stuff about, now we're going to start talking about how my body is changing, how my sexuality is changing, how my everything is changing. Girl, wait till y'all hear about these things that I have discovered to be a lie. And I was believing it until I actually started looking into Monica. Not looking into a book, but looking into Monica. I opened up the book of Monica and got these answers on my own without any help. So we're going to sit back and we're going to talk about
Don't
that.
use my name. I'm too embarrassed. Is it normal to lose most of your pubic hair after 50 and the rest turn gray? Also, where did the hair go? Because I never even saw it leave.
When I first seen this, I was thinking like, what? But then I had to go back and I had to think. Like, okay, maybe a couple of months back. Now, I'm not going to be too graphic about this one because this one right here, how he threw me for a whole loop. Okay, so I had to go back and I had to think about what was going on with me. I told y'all I had to stop looking at books. I had to start looking at Monica. Okay, so this is what I done. I went back and I started looking at me. And I started looking at what was going on with me. So maybe a couple months back, I had noticed, you know how you down, you wash it, you get ready to do some grooming on your Chew Me Choo Choo, on your Jimmy Choo, on your pocket protector, on your hoo-ha. You going down there, you looking at, you investigate, you looking to see what's going on. First of all, I had seen like 2 gray hairs. I'm like, I'm appalled. No, I am appalled. No, I'm appalled, okay? But then I got to thinking like, oh, okay, so we're going to cut that off. Cut it off. But maybe a couple of weeks later, it was time to do some more grooming on the choo-choo. So what did I do? I put the mirror down there. I started looking. Now we completely white. We not completely white, but we like skunky white, like black and white. You know what I'm saying? We got that black and white thing going on. We got that whole Michael Jackson black or white. We got that whole thing going on down there. I'm like, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? But luckily, I keep a bald cooter. And because I keep a bald cooter, I didn't want my husband to, I come in, you know how you getting out the shower and you go into your room and you naked, and your husband just kind of look over at you to kind of see the choo-choo, trying to get a sneak peek of the woo-woo. I didn't want my husband looking at the woo-woo and it was white. So cut all the hair off. So my suggestion about the hair being white, cut it off. Cut it off because it does happen. It does happen. You don't have to be 51 to have a white choo-choo mama. But your right cooter butt, it'll happen. And it's nothing to be afraid of. And there's nothing not to talk about. It's just, it happens with age. Just like your hair turns gray on your head and underneath your arms, the hair turns gray on your cooter. Cut it off. I hear a lot of people like, oh my God. I talked to a lady and she told me, she said, well, Monica, I dye mines. Girl, you ain't supposed to put no hair dye down there on that hoo-ha. What is wrong with you people? Just cut it off. Listen, a man or the right man, I'm not going to say every man, because some men like it hairy, but 90% of the men that I've talked to or I've heard talking or I was dipping in their conversation, I was minding their business, always preferred a bald one. Listen, get it like a little Kojak down there, girl. It will go away. It will go away. Now, another thing that I found that it was a lie. Remember I told you guys in my last video when I was talking about my menopause that me being sexual was changing. My sexual appetite was changing. I thought it was like my I forget what it's called, but I thought my libido was going down. So I'm thinking like it slowed down, my sex drive. I was thinking that my sex drive was going down and was, kind of backing off. That's not what it was doing, honey. It was taking a break. It was taking a break because it was evolving. And I'm going to tell you how I know it was evolving. Recently, within the last 2 to 3 weeks, I'm going to give it 3 weeks. Between the last 3 weeks, not only am I sexual, but baby, I am sexual. It's some sexual healing that's going on. Listen, I could be sitting somewhere and I could be talking to my husband and all of a sudden I just feel like, boy, let's go upstairs. Let's go in the closet. Let's go in the kitchen. Let's go wherever we want to go because this is our house. Let's go where we want to go. But lately I have been like super sexual, like super duper sexual, like super duper sexual, like macaroni and cheese sexual. Or extra cheesy macaroni. You hear me? I don't know what it is. I don't know why it is, but lately I have been feeling like, boy, pipe me down. And most women my age would not talk about wanting to be piped the right way, wanting to be piped in the right way. You see, once you get my age, it's like, shh, don't talk about that. But I'm going to talk about it because we need to talk about it because for some reason, people honestly think, well, once we become mothers and grandmothers and stuff like this, we don't need to pipe. We don't need, what? Girl, pipe me down. Pipe. And I ain't talking about like little piping. I'm talking about piping like pop, pop, hit it. I mean, kill it. What? Girl, I don't know why this feeling is there. So I have been thinking like, well, Monica, maybe something is wrong. Maybe it's something going on with you and it's just you. But no, it's not just me. Because the women that I've been talking to lately, and they've been like just people that I see randomly, or it could be a coworker or something like this. Not that I'm saying it's not a coworker though. I'm gonna tell you that ahead of time. Because no, 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 no. Okay? But sex to women my age, to mature women, I just scratched it. I had dry skin right there. I just scratched. Why am I talking about dry skin? See, I can't. But anyway, women that I've talked to lately has been like, Monica, I'm talking, they have been telling me like, Monica, boy, I told my husband up at this, that, and third. And I'm thinking in my mind like, well, Monica, this is what is going on with you. I want to give the business. I don't want to give the little business either. I want to give the big business. I want the knees to the chest. That's pushed back. You hitting nothing but sunshiny rainbows. Okay, we just rainbowing it at this point. So yeah, I think that was a lie when they said that women my age lose their libido. No, they don't. They get programmed to think that they have, but they don't actually lose their libido. What it does is improves. And if you block it, then it'll stay out of your mind. But me, on the other hand, I keep my mind so open and I keep everything so open with me that I can actually share that. And it is not that that makes me different or makes me nasty or things like perv or anything like this. That doesn't mean that. That just means that I like good nick. I like it think. I like big dick. Dude. But I'm not going to hide the fact that I stay sexual either. I stay very sexual. I mean, unbelievably sexual. I mean, it's like almost crazy how it kicked in. But nevertheless, all women ain't the same. So it could be that some women don't want to, don't want the Jimmy Johnson sausage. You know what I'm saying? But then again, it could be that they're afraid to talk about it, which I don't understand why they're afraid to talk about it because I'm not afraid to talk about it. But nevertheless, we're going to unpack some more of that in another video. But lately, listen to me. Break my back, baby. I mean, blow it. Blow it out. You hear me? But nevertheless, that's just me. That's out of the Monica book. Hey, it is what it is. Okay, another thing that's been getting on my nerve is when I hear people say women of a certain age, they don't stay moist. They don't get as wet as they used to, or they need just a little bit more lubricant. Now, keep in mind, some of us is, a waterfall, and some of us are not. But nevertheless, we don't want to talk about it. We're going to talk about that shit today, okay? Okay, but anywho, we have to normalize that every woman is not the same. Now, granted, I'm not going to go into detail about certain things because I don't think it is appropriate and it's not made for everybody to know your business. But these things that I have been reading about and seeing and people making videos about, that's a lie. On my end, I know it's a lie. I'm not going to say juicy hoochie. I'm not going to say juicy Lucy. I'm going to just say this. It's a lie when people say that when you get a certain age, you dry out. That's a lie, lie, lie. It's all lies. It's all lies. Because the least little touch, boom, psh. Okay? I think it's different for me because once I got of a certain age and my son got of a certain age, I wasn't playing that everybody spending the night at my house or everybody, this is free for all, everybody get some hooch for Monica. No, I never thought like that. What I did think though, I thought like, okay, I didn't want my son to see a whole lot of men running in and out my door. This is before I got with my husband. A lot of people running in and out of my door, nothing like this, so I slowed it down. Now keep in mind, yeah, I had my chance to be a hoe when I was younger. But who wasn't? Who wasn't like kind of promiscuous when they was younger? And if you say that you wasn't, then it's a lie. Unless you had a mother that was more stricter than Mary King, then yeah, okay, I can see that. But nevertheless, everybody had their fair share of different kinds of, excuse me, dingawanger. But the dingawanger, I think that they give us a stereotype like, oh, well, you're gonna need a, a lubricant or this, that. No, baby, no. Mm-mm. Psh. Put a couple towels down and a bath mat because it's going down, baby, over in this here neighborhood over here, in here, okay? Because I've been paying such close attention to my body and what my body is actually doing that I've noticed and I've tried to check. And the best way to check is with your man. And that's what I've been doing. I'll wake good and ready, you know what I'm saying? And I'll start playing with my husband. And then I'll check to see if anything is reacting to how we're playing or how we're talking to each other. And it does. And it does not a little bit, but a lot. And even though it's a lot, I've been thinking like, okay, Monica, I've been drinking more water. I've been drinking lots and lots of water. Instead of me keeping like juice next to my bed, I've been keeping water. Reasons why I've been keeping water is because I want my pH balance to be the same. I don't want it to change, but I want to make sure that if anything goes on any intimacy between me and my husband, I'm ready. I'm ready. Now, some people can say, Jolly Ranchers and stuff like that. That's like secret surprise. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you find a little treat in there. But nevertheless, even if it was spontaneous, I want to make sure that my body is cleansed out enough where there's no scent there, there's nothing there. And everything that flows is flowing clean. So yes, that was another myth that I had been hearing about, like women with white cooters. The white cooter, that was true. The dry cooter, that's a negative. So just like I said, start paying attention to your own body. Don't let somebody else tell you about your body. You pay attention to your own body. Your body will start telling you exactly what's going on with it on its own. And it really does it after we get to a mature age like what we are now. So now we're going to talk about other stuff that I have been, kind of paying attention to. I don't want this to be like a long video, but I wanted this to be an awareness, to bring awareness to the lies that people tell about us. Hold on, damn them, mature women. I think I just wanted to make this video because these things need to be brought to people's attention. Like, let us figure it out on our own about our bodies. Everything is not textbook all the time. So this is the reason why I have been paying attention to, my body and everything that's been going on with it, because I wanted to know exactly what the hell was going on. Now that I know and I'm kind of figuring it out on my own, I don't think I need to read up on it. I'm just going to figure it out on my own and then share it with you guys. So just like I said, I didn't want this to be a long video. I just wanted to touch on a couple of things that I have been paying attention to. Every week I think I'm going to touch on some more stuff. And some more stuff and some more stuff and more stuff and more stuff. These things happen to women of all ages. Not just women that are seasoned, but just women that are our age. But mainly I just wanted to bring attention to that just because we're getting older, that doesn't mean that we're not getting better. I think just like a fine wine, we age gracefully. So just like I said, like, comment, and subscribe. And stay with me, girl, because we got a whole lot more things to, unpack over here in Monica Land. So just like I said, like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.
They get on my nerves.